What is happening? What is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you have clicked on, you are now watching the show of unrecognized talent. This is the Fan Cave Sports Talk, Cousin Brad. I am Cousin Brad here, and it is a glorious day. It is a glorious Tuesday. We're having fun. With me, as always, my guys, my aces, my homeboys, my co-host. On the, my right to your left, Controversial Carl with the Plug Life hat. Shout out to him. And below us with the Gilligan hat on is Mr. Swayze himself, Mr. Baltimore Ravens fan. How are you guys this week? Because I'm doing
fabulous. I'm great. I'm great.
Oh, I don't know. You seem a little more pep in your step. I don't know. Is there a reason? Is there a reason why you have a little? I don't know. Is there?
The monkey got off my back, man. The monkey got up off my back.
The monkey got off your back.
Oh, you feel his back. And I had a lot of rights this week. I've been right about so much. Oh wow. Man, I've been right about.
You was wrong about one big thing, but you was right about a little stuff. Go ahead.
What? Oh no. Oh,
I know what he about to say. I know what he about to say.
I was right about so much this week. Oh man! Okay. We already went over a little bit of this on Thursday, but I was right about the Cam Newton thing. Okay, if I have to gloat about everything I'm right about, I was right about Cam Newton going back to Carolina. Oh, he'll never go back. Watch. Oh, in his first debut back, what did he do? Threw a touchdown without barely even knowing the plays. Threw a touchdown, ran a touchdown. Cam, and he screamed, "I'm back!" Oh, so if you remember during last week's game, I said, you never know. At the end of the last couple of minutes of the show, I'm like, any given Thursday, Miami Dolphins.
Oh no, didn't go there, did you?
We gonna have a real conversation, or are you gonna run?
No. We're gonna absorb my rightness. We're gonna absorb my rightness. I've been right.
We're gonna have a legit conversation about Lamar Jackson.
If you don't know, if you guys don't know, somebody here is a Ravens fan, and they
got him down there. That's why we got him down there.
They unfortunately took an L this week. So since we do it to ourselves, we got to do it for them too. So. Oh no!
Your ass, postman.
Why you didn't play that last week though?
I did. I played it twice. I played it twice for the Bills last week.
Energy kept.
All right, so Swayze, let's jump into it, man. Oh no, I'm sorry, but unfortunately for you, the Bills won. So. Sorry, the Tecmo Bowl went low.
Yeah, you got to work on the volume. You got to work on the volume on that one.
I'm sorry.
Hell, choppy like that win y'all had last week.
I'm sorry. All right, but Swayze, let's jump right into it. Big L against Tua. Turn the ball over.
Man.
Let's just dive into it. What happened Thursday night, man? What happened Thursday?
First, you did
we doing a show.
Can you first admit that I called it out?
You called it out. I'll give you your props. You did.
I didn't tell you. Hey, we'll see what's going to happen tonight against these Miami Dolphins. Y'all might take an L. You didn't hear me say that on Thursday night before we get off the show. You didn't hear me say that.
This is real cute.
We got to get him some.
Y'all beat the Jets and then y'all the champs. Yeah.
No. We dealing with the Ravens. We dealing with the Ravens.
All right. So can I have? So are we gonna have a real conversation about how
we can have a real conversation?
Let's have
what happened Thursday night. What happened Thursday night? Go ahead.
Start off with me being right though.
About Lamar Jackson not reading coverages, like I've been said. Yeah,
ain't gonna let it go.
I've been consistent, and you was wrong about that because, and I'm gonna tell you what happened. Honestly, you blitzed 100 times.
He can never read a coverage.
Blitzed 100 times. You ain't read the coverage not one time. They kept on doing it, and your man got flustered. Your man cannot read coverages. I've been consistent in saying that. Every time something bad happens, you keep your mouth shut. But when he has a good game, you want to run your mouth like, oh, yeah, Lamar, you sure you don't want to pay him? You've been in the league for 3 years. You see that blitz coming. Why you ain't get a call a screen? It's a trap game. We should have won this game though.
And I've been consistent too in telling you that quarterbacks make mistakes. Tom Brady threw 3 interceptions, one that they luckily called back, which was really an interception, in the first quarter.
We'll get to that later.
Brady. But
we
you
will
keep
get to that later.
They ran the same play 10 times. They blitzed.
So why his coach ain't? So why?
That,
okay, are you saying this? Why his coach ain't take him out the game then? You just be saying that because it sound good to you or something.
No, because it's facts. If they running the same play 10 times, at some point you're gonna have to catch it. They ran the same blitz 100 times. Are you serious? They ran the same play 10 times, bro. Are you not checking it down? Bro. What are you talking about?
This happens.
I'm looking at them MC and what they doing. Come on, Carl. What are you talking about?
This happens to every quarterback in the entire NFL.
I never seen somebody run a blitz 100 times and never check out. Never nothing. Come on, bro.
You're exaggerating. And again, this happens. This is happening to every quarterback in the entire NFL. It's happening. Mm-hmm. So for you to make this wild claim that he never reads coverages, it's BS. He reads coverages. He don't do it. He don't do it perfectly every. He doesn't do it perfectly. He doesn't do it perfectly every game because no quarterback does it perfectly every game. That's just a fact.
You do not be keeping us
9 out of 10 times.
He did not have a good game.
Listen. I didn't say he had a good game. You chalk it up to every time he has a bad game that he can't read coverages, but every time he does win, but let me finish. But every time he has a good games, you're saying that he still doesn't read coverage. What one is it?
Because I'm consistent. I am consistently saying
consistently wrong.
If you run a ball 100 times and do that, if you're a runner, be a runner, cool. But you can't read coverages. They ran this blitz 20 times. I'm not checking out of this.
I've watched plenty of plays where I've saw him read coverages just fine. He's just not perfect at it. Like no quarterback is. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I've watched perfect plays where he read the coverage and said, "Okay, this is man." I've seen plenty of times where he sat back and be like, "This is man coverage. I'm about to go to Hollywood Brown. This is man coverage. I'm about to hit Sammy Watkins, who's just going to fumble the ball." I've seen plenty of times where he recognized this is the type of coverage it's in, and he threw the ball to the right place. And you're not giving him credit for it. It's only when he loses you keep saying that.
What happens when you're front running? And a guy, of course, he's going to hit a guy wide open. That's what he does.
You're the only person.
When that pressure comes and that he can't recover, he gets smoked. What are you talking about?
I just said he doesn't do it perfectly. No quarterback does. And that's what you failed to realize, brother.
So if I respect what you're saying, if it happened twice. This man been consistent. But how the hell you blitz 100 times and you can't see the coverage?
How did Tom Brady?
What are you talking about?
How did Tom Brady do it then?
1 minute, guys.
How did Aaron Rodgers do it? How did Russell Wilson? How did Russell Wilson do the same exact thing?
You really comparing Lamar Jackson?
I'm telling you, how does Russell Wilson do the same exact thing? How did Carson Wentz do the same exact thing? Ben Roethlisberger. I'm naming like 50 quarterbacks. They all do the same thing.
Lamar not been consistently saying that though, Carl.
Lamar Jackson.
He had a bad game and you got
Patrick Mahomes.
I said, yo, where you at? You got ghosts. I ain't here for you at all.
As far as starting quarterbacks go, Patrick Mahomes is like leading the NFL in interceptions. Are you telling me Patrick Mahomes can't read coverages now? He's throwing the ball in the wrong place.
He don't work well over cover two. We know that. That don't work. He don't work well over cover two.
I'm comparing the whole. No, you heard me say consistently. It's every quarterback in the NFL who does not read coverages perfectly. It's just a fact.
Okay, all right. 10 minutes. 10 minutes talked about.
Going to do the same thing. They blitz it 10 times. What you think they're going to do? Don't stop playing. What are you talking about, Carl? You think 10 minutes. You think Lamar? You think Patrick Mahomes and all these guys is going to look at that same joint 10 times?
I'm saying that.
Are you serious?
Hold on, Carl.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Every NFL, I'm really serious.
Aaron Rodgers is going to see the same blitz. They're not even stupid enough to blitz him 10 times like that. You know why? Because they know they're about to check out of that. What are you talking about, Carl? Lamar he cannot read coverages. They blitzed 100 times. He didn't check out of it. And that's technically also on an offensive coordinator too, because at some point, you see after the 6-7 blitz, they're going to have to switch out of that. What are you talking about?
Let me ask you that. Hold on. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there.
You're the only person to say that. Analysts don't even say that.
Hold on, y'all. Yo. We don't win 10 minutes. We don't win 10 minutes on this Lamar Jackson debacle that happened. Anyway, the Dolphins did beat.
With the Dolphins scoring. The Dolphins still scored the points that they needed to score, right?
The Dolphins won 22-10.
Now,
All right, here we go. Lamar Jackson was 26 for 43, 238 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Jacoby Brissett got in 11 for 23, 156 yards. Tua turned the ball over, was 8 for 13, 158 yards. He also ran in for a touchdown. I mean, you got to give it to the Dolphins, though. I got to give it to the Dolphins because they literally tried everything in their playbook. I respect
one thing in a playbook.
No. I'm talking about offense. They knew that they needed to try literally everything. They threw an illegal pass to a lineman, and they just went with it. Like, you know what? He ain't supposed to catch it. He ain't supposed to catch it, but we gonna go with it, and it should have counted. I feel
that was a trap game, though.
Yeah, that was definitely a trap game.
We been on borrowed time for a minute. Honestly, that was a trap game.
The Dolphins have a good defense. Your Dolphins have a good defense.
No, they don't.
When they're on their game, they got some good players, dude, and the players that make plays for them.
Xavier Howard is good.
Yo, let me tell you something.
Good. All right, he's really good.
Listen,
he's really good,
right?
Really
good. We were supposed to trade for him. That's why I was so mad.
You should have.
We had a deal in place. They wanted picks.
Talked about it on the show.
Trade, and then I'm seeing this guy making a big play, and I'm just like, oh my God, we should have grabbed him up. And
he got 2 turnovers.
He wanted to leave.
Recovery too, right?
He did. He did get a fumble recovery and a pick. And he was on the trade. We talked about it on the show. He mentioned his discretions, and y'all took the L.
He could have been a Raven.
Got a win.
He could have been a Raven. Should have been a Raven, but they wanted high picks, and then we didn't want to give him up. I was looking. I said, "Damn," because we just lost Peters, which I've been saying Peters is a big loss for us.
And he was definitely trying to get out of Miami,
but
they paid him. All right, let's move on. Since you guys already took 10 minutes of the show to go in and on Lamar Jackson.
Wait. I want to say how bad this loss is for the Ravens. Just one more. It's going to take me 5 seconds. The Ravens lost was so bad. The Bills smashed these dudes 2 times in a row. Right?
They did.
Nobody. One team legit in the whole year.
Y'all couldn't beat the team that we
smashed. Why we get the smoke? Why we get the smoke?
Why we get the smoke? Get greasy, yo. Let's get to the smoke. I want to change the subject because
we smashed them. We smashed them, and you couldn't even score. You barely could score 3 points. You barely scored 10 points.
Y'all beat the Jets.
I'm just saying, why we gotta get the smoke? What we do? All right, let's move on.
I have to talk to Carl about this. About one team beat in 10
man, I don't even know if y'all can beat the Jets.
Nobody legit in a while. Y'all been beating a lot of bums and the good teams. Y'all
but you just lost to a bum.
Why we get all the anxiety?
We beat better teams than y'all though.
You lost to a bum.
We beat way better teams than we
blew them bums out. But we blew them bums out. Y'all can't even beat a bum.
Y'all lost to the Jaguars. Last week.
We barely did.
I told you. They stole our playbook.
I can take the L. I can take the L. But at the end of the day, we did beat the Dolphins. We did beat the Dolphins twice. So
we didn't just beat them.
I'm just saying. I'm just speaking facts. I'm not trying to throw shots.
What happened in the good teams? Did y'all beat any good teams besides y'all?
It doesn't matter. We beat the brakes.
We can't help our schedule. We can't help our schedule. We get the same schedule just like you get the schedule. And we play who's next up.
And we beating killers for real. Let's not do that.
We lost to the Steelers. We lost to the Steelers. We lost to the Titans. They're pretty good. Did lose to the Jags. That was an embarrassment. And who else we lose to?
That's it.
It don't even matter.
But y'all beat. But that's what I'm saying. But who y'all beat?
Beat the Chiefs.
We beat the team. We beat the rest of the teams. We beat the rest of the team.
We beat the Chiefs, and we didn't need to go to overtime or the last second of the game.
Oh, damn. Wow. All right, we gotta move on. We gotta do the recap. We 7 minutes in. We 15 minutes in. All right, we gotta recap. Now, New Orleans against Tennessee. These same Titans we just talked about. We just talked about the Titans. Now, Trevor Siemian did his best. I gotta give credit where credit is due. Trevor Siemian did his best. Titans didn't have Derrick Henry. They didn't have Julio Jones. They still put out the win. Shout out to the Titans there. The Jets beat the snot out of the Bills, and oh my God, Mike White. Wow, he was feeling himself. Mike White was feeling himself. He was feeling himself this whole 3 weeks he was playing. So he ran into a buzzsaw of a Bills defense, but they lost to the Bills 45-17. Oh, Mike White.
We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that game because
you're going to be a backup. All right, now Steelers, Lions, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Oh man.
Well, you didn't lose. You didn't lose.
You didn't lose. You didn't lose, Dan.
You didn't lose. You didn't
Lions
lose.
did not
Motor City
lose.
Dan Campbell. Oh, Motor City Dan Campbell just couldn't get it done.
Yo, what happened to Ben Roethlisberger like last minute?
I had no idea. He got COVID. He got COVID. Wow. And he learned about his symptoms at 3:00 in the morning. Friday, it was a Saturday night, and he alerted the team and got tested, had COVID. They go with their backup, the dude that got hit on the head by Myles Garrett. He was trash. But, you know what I mean? They couldn't beat the Lions. Yeah, that's his name. Jared Goff is just straight up terrible. I mean, he was 14 for 25, 114 yards. They were just awful. Mason Rudolph was 30 for 50. He was 30 for 50. He threw the ball 50 times. They threw the ball 50 times without Ben Roethlisberger. That's just sad. And they couldn't beat the Lions. But he was 30 for 50 for 242 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Najee Harris actually showed up to play, proved he was not the other guy, 2.0. I don't remember his name. He was trash. He was a trash running back from Alabama who won the Heisman for some reason. Jaguars, Colts. Colts beat the crap out of the Jaguars. The Jaguars came back to reality, lost to the Colts 23-17. Oh, boy. And, oh, my God. Tom Brady must have forgot to take steroids because in the first half, he just looked absolutely awful. He looked terrible. Then I guess at halftime, he sniffed Giselle's panties and was like, all right, let's go out and try to make this respectable. Came back in the second half, threw a wide open touchdown pass to Mike Evans. And then the Washington just took up all the time and beat him. So Tom Brady didn't want to talk in the press conference either. He just storms out doing Tom Brady.
He said stuff. A little. He gave like 3 or 4 answers. Yeah. And then he stormed out.
He left. Yeah, he left.
He's going to pout.
We don't respect you.
Just tell us the truth. You didn't take your steroids.
Exactly. You didn't take your HGH.
They didn't let you deflate any balls this game.
Exactly. You didn't have time to cheat. Yeah.
Whatever else.
So that happened.
Maybe you guys didn't learn the other team's playbook yet.
And Anthony Price brings up a good point. I'm sorry. Anthony Price does bring up a point. Washington did lose Chase Young for the year. Get well soon, bro. Ohio State representative. Love him. He won. Yeah, he's out for the year. ACL tear. He's out. And oh boy, you know what? Let's do the "Don't Be No Fool" right now. We usually have the cool sound in, but I'll be the "Don't Be No Fool." The "Don't Be No Fool" goes to me, myself, and I. I said it on this show multiple times. I was like, Cleveland is better without Odell Beckham Jr. They're a better football team without Odell Beckham Jr. But they're not. They're absolutely terrible. They're still Cleveland, and they got their butts kicked by New England. New England is on the absolute buzzsaw right now. They're absolutely going crazy. They beat them 45-7. Baker Mayfield is average at best. He's not an elite quarterback. He does more commercials than he scores touchdowns. So Baker Mayfield, and for me believing in Cleveland, I will take this week's "Don't Be No Fool" because I believed in Cleveland without Odell Beckham Jr.
And Baker's, and on top of it, I think he's hurt again. He's been hurt like 3 times this year. And I hate to tell you, Odell Beckham was right. Okay. But Odell Beckham, you go to the Rams and what happens?
Oh, we'll get to that in a moment. We ain't done. Cowboys, I mean, they beat the Falcons. I mean, Atlanta, your baseball team is really good. Your basketball team is really good, but your football team is trash. So they just lost 43-3. And then, Cam Newton. Oh, my God. I'm back. Yeah. Anybody recognize Cam Newton is back? Oh, my God. He's back. They barely beat the Arizona Cardinals without Kyler Murray. And they kind of beat them. They kind of beat them handily. No. Yeah, nope.
Decisively. What's the score? They beat them decisively. Colt McCoy was absolute garbage. Absolute garbage.
Look what you just said. Colt McCoy.
I'm just saying though, they beat them handily though. They didn't just squeak by them. They destroyed them.
Yeah, don't worry.
It got so bad. It got so bad. They took Christian McCaffrey out the game in the fourth quarter. Like you don't even got to play the fourth quarter. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, because he might get hurt again. So yeah, we want to get him out as quickly as possible.
He didn't even play the whole fourth quarter. Okay. They weren't even
Carolina,
trying.
enjoy your Cam Newton when you taught him 2 plays to run in a goal line situation this week. Enjoy your 2 plays. Don't worry. You'll play Buffalo in a couple of weeks.
34-10?
And we'll beat the crap out of you. So we're good. Enjoy it, Carolina. You earn it. You earn it. You got rid of the Sam Darnold stench, so you earn it, Carolina. Gold star for you. But, Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins weren't playing. So, whatever. I digress. But anyway, Kirk Cousins, shout out to him. Remember how I told you guys they're always hot and cold Vikings? You don't know which Vikings you're going to get? Shout out to them. Kirk Cousins actually balled out against the Chargers, beating them 27-20. And Seattle, oh my God, Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers are going to play against each other. This ought to be fun. It wasn't. It was a boring game. Green Bay beat the Seahawks 17-0. Eagles, shout out to the Eagles. They beat the crap out of the Broncos. Broncos, oh my God, they might be a playoff team. They're not going to be a playoff team. They lost. Teddy Two Gloves was absolutely horrible. They beat them 30-13. Oh my God, are the Chiefs terrible again? Are they sucking? What's going on with them? But they're playing the Raiders, and the Raiders, what's it been, 6 days without an incident? So shout out to them. But they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs 41-14. LA. LA.
They are a mystery.
Wow. The franchise that said, here you go. Forget draft picks. We're going all in right now. All the chips are going in. Right now. We want to win now. Let's go sign Von Miller. Let's go bring OBJ in here. Let's beat the crap out of San Francisco. That didn't happen. Jimmy Garoppolo told Jay to fire he couldn't come over tonight because he has something to do at work. He might be over later after he's done beating the crap out of the Rams. And they beat 31-10. And if anybody who got that joke, if you actually got that joke, you're going to hell. All right, moving on. OBJ, we're going to bring D in here. We're going to bring D in right now. D is coming in. What's going on, partner? Hopefully you hear. You hear us perfectly. So, fellas, OBJ went over to the Rams. Von Miller went over to the Rams. They absolutely sucked that night. What the hell is going on in L.A.?
To be honest with you, I just think it wasn't their night. And the 49ers just had their number. That's all it was. It's simple as that. Stafford couldn't get into a rhythm. And that was it. Stafford couldn't get into a rhythm. And I don't know what happened to that defense allowing 31 points.
Couldn't stop a nosebleed. Could not stop a nosebleed. And I just love Kittle pancaking Von Miller. Oh, that was hilarious. That was great. And shout out to Deebo Samuel. Shout out to Deebo Samuel, man. He came in balling. He came in doing his thing. Shout out to him. But Swayze, your thoughts on LA? What is going on right now in LA right now? What's going on?
I've been consistently saying every year there's always a team.
Consistently.
At least three teams. There's always one team that you get like 4 losses. And 2 of the losses you lose, you ain't got no business losing. Everybody's not about to be 17-0. At some point, we have to start saying that most of these teams that end up losing to these games, I didn't see 4 teams lose. They ain't got no business losing. It'd be like that. It just, like I said, Ravens, Tampa Bay, it'd be like that. You know what I mean? Everybody had the Raiders winning. See how that happened. It'd be like that. But honestly, with them, I think they're starting to be too one-dimensional a little bit too. And they also are keying in and cut way too much. You know what I mean? And that defense, I don't know what the hell's going on with that. So,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You got the defense is stacked. You got Von Miller. You got Aaron Darnold, one of the Donalds. Donald.
It's just Donald. Like Donald Duck,
whatever.
Just Aaron.
Whatever. It's Donald.
I don't care. I don't care.
Donald.
You know who I'm talking about. That guy. You got him.
You just infatuated with Darnold so much that you have to keep saying.
And I gotta let it go. And he doesn't even start no more.
No, look, right.
Have you cut him off your fantasy yet? Have you cut him off your fantasy? Or you still holding on?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna delete him after this week.
Yo, one thing I did see though, I seen the 49ers punch them in the mouth. I seen them run that ball 100 times, and I'm just like, okay, I didn't expect that to happen, but they said, yo, we don't care about who you got. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna be us.
They got two decent
49ers, but always remember them being, besides of the Steve Young and Montana days, recent 49ers.
Yeah, those days are long gone.
That's their game.
Okay.
And I think once they stick to that, I think they can always move. Like I said, it's probably not going to be their year, but it doesn't mean the cat can't get punched in the face. And
True.
that's what happened.
And who else but Debo to punch you in the face? So
Debo
absolutely.
punched him right in the face, took the chain, all that, ran off with the bike, and bring the bike back.
They got some.
Had the black eye and all that. All right, yeah. D. Welcome to the show. What's going on, brother? What are your thoughts, first of all, OBJ? And before you even say anything, Anthony Price brings up a good point. He says right here that you can't force OBJ to just come in and do something. I get that. You can't force the ball to OBJ. The defense will see it coming. Plus, OBJ really didn't have enough time in the team, blah, 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 which is true. But, I mean, that team was already good before he even got there. So, D, what are your thoughts on this week? OBJ, the whole all-in thing, pushing the chips to the center of the table. What's your thoughts?
To me, well, first of all, I never thought OBJ was a problem in Cleveland in the first place. I always thought it was Baker not being able to get him the ball.
I think.
Clearly, that's the issue.
And in LA, like the one pass Stafford forced over to him, it was 2 Niners over there. Like you doing too much already. You don't force him into the game plan. Let him work his way into the game plan. Do what you've been doing before, and then incorporate him later. But last night, I just think, to me personally, the Niners always play the Rams higher. You know what I mean? The Niners always play the Rams higher. It was a division game. So I was kind of surprised, but at the same time, it was like, not really. You know what I mean? So the Rams they're gonna have to play beyond, whatever projections people giving them and show up on the field. That's all.
All right.
I think there was also significant pressure on Stafford that I think they didn't expect or anticipate to, or wherever it was coming from. Clearly, he can't read coverages. No, I'm just joking. But he was
Lamar. Yeah, he can't. You're right. But go ahead.
He was throwing the ball like into double coverages a couple of times. I'm like, what is he doing? But okay, whatever.
Like Lamar, that's what he's doing.
I mean, now Lamar only threw one interception, so you know what I mean. But besides that, though, I think they just got to keep working in the rhythm. We just seen a team that hasn't meshed together yet. Let's get them a couple weeks and maybe they'll mesh. It was a surprise to see them just lose like that, though. That's all. They'll give them a couple seconds, they'll be all right. Maybe.
I mean,
they got talent.
It's the line of scrimmage. If you can't control that line of scrimmage, you ain't gonna win no game. You know what I mean, that's basically what it is. If they control that line of scrimmage, I've seen cats getting bullied. You double team Donald, and you just punch him in the mouth. You're gonna go far, yo. Like. You've seen it. People going. It's a copycat league. These cats are going to see that formula and be like, "Yo, we can run on these guys. Oh, screw it. All right, let's do it."
No, you got to have some aggressive people on that line to really be doing it. Everybody just can't move double team Aaron Donald because we've seen that he's been MVP of the NFL from the defensive tackle position.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
That's
crazy. That's crazy.
He's probably the best to ever do it.
He is the best ever. He's the best ever.
I ain't gonna lie. He's probably the best to ever do it. I mean, dude is just straight up savage. I mean, Reggie White had his bad games. Bruce Smith had his bad games. Aaron Donald, best to ever do it. He had his bad game. I mean, this was clearly a bad game for him as well. But going back. So we talked about the Ravens. They took an L, but we did not discuss the Bills. So Bills got it together. Beat the crap out of the Jets. They beat the crap out of the Jets, which really isn't saying much. That's a fact. But, I mean, it did feel good. It did feel good to get us back on track. Stephon Diggs had a touchdown. Josh Allen threw for 3. And your boy, I got to give you credit, Carl. I got to give you credit where credet is due.
I'm gonna get a lot more credit. I'm gonna come back and get all my credit.
That was the best thing you said ever.
What did I? No. You're gonna stop this. You're gonna stop this.
I was saying, you wanted them. You got them. You look smart. So I'll give you credit. Matt Breida. You brought it. I'll let you do it. Go ahead.
Swayze, you tried to play me. Oh, y'all so desperate. You got Carl beating the table for Matt Breida. I just said that we have a player talented on our team. Let's use him for his talents. And as soon as 8 plays, 8 snaps, 2 touchdowns. Though he did fumble, he almost made me look bad for a second with the fumble.
I know. We were like, wait.
I'm gonna chalk that up. I'm gonna chalk that up because he hasn't been playing for the last 6 games. Okay?
Wait. When did I say anything about Matt Breida? When did I say that was bad?
You said Carl your Bills are so desperate. You got Carl beating the table to bring Matt Breida in the game. Your exact words. Your exact words. Okay, I don't forget. I'm like an elephant.
I didn't say that.
And I said Matt Breida can play. I said he can play.
So why you ain't put him in the game? Yeah, just put him in the game.
I just said 8 snaps, 2 touchdowns.
I just need the consistency because when you be wrong, you be quiet as a church mouse.
What?
And then when you win, you write about something once in a blue moon.
I'm never wrong. I'm never wrong.
You're never wrong. You're never wrong. You're never wrong. You're never wrong.
You're wrong half the time.
Never wrong. Okay.
I'm never ever wrong. Maybe this time, Thomas, but that's it. But I admit my wrongs. Don't even try it. I've come up here and said, you know what? I was wrong about this player right here. I was wrong about Zach Moss. I said it. You know what I'm saying? I said Jack Moss was worthless. I was wrong. Another thing I was right about: AJ Klein is better than Tremaine Edmonds. I've been telling y'all. I've been telling y'all he's not better than Tremaine Edmonds.
No, he's not. He does make plays. I am taking away nothing from AJ Klein. AJ Klein was an absolute savage on the field. He was everywhere. Tremaine Edmonds was not. I will give you that. He was making plays, but as far as player for player, he is not better than Tremaine Edmonds. I'm going to
be honest with you that I've seen, and it was actually the same things. Okay, I didn't know if you finished.
Where's D at? Because I need to get on him about Tremaine Edmonds.
D disappeared. I don't know what happened.
I need to get on him about Tremaine Edmonds.
The one thing I did see from y'all, just like I see from the Chiefs, y'all started taking what the defense give y'all, and y'all actually the two deep safety thing people been doing on y'all. Y'all actually ran the ball, so y'all actually been more balanced that I've seen.
Yeah,
I'm looking.
But the Jets.
Okay. Yeah, but no.
Let me say something.
They went through the same thing, though.
I know
our offensive coordinator. Y'all was consistent.
Okay, our offensive coordinator, he's been clear and steady on this. He says he don't give a crap about balancing the offense out. He's been clear and consistent. Say I don't care about that. I do stuff specifically on matchups where I feel like we have the best matchups. I'm not looking to come in the game and go, I'm gonna run the ball 40% of the time and pass it. He says I call the plays that I feel is gonna best work. He doesn't care about balance.
Supposed to coach.
I wouldn't think that's right. If you got a 2 deep safety back there,
he's 6 and 3.
Telling you run the ball, bro.
But they don't. Yeah, the Jets weren't running a lot of cover 2. They were running a lot of single high cover 4.
Yeah, cover 1. So yeah, they kept running that. But also maybe that was a reason. Maybe they did that because they saw we was going to have some more success in the running game. And to me, we didn't even have that much success in the running game. If you really look at the game.
We kind of did, but we threw a lot too.
It looked better than before. I'm actually watch the game because we had no choice to watch the game.
Josh Allen threw for 350 yards?
He threw for 361.
That was a passing game.
Yeah, but at the same time, the Jets
that wasn't no running game.
But at the same time, the Jets were running a lot of single high, and they were trying to blitz Josh Allen from the left side. It wasn't working. That was the problem. And they have no corners that can cover Stephon Diggs. And their safeties aren't good.
I seen the two deep, and I seen them running the ball. So that what I seen, like I said, I could have been wrong. Whatever. I mean, but
no. I'm just telling you, Singletary didn't have a great game. Moss didn't have a great game. Breida did some stuff off the backfield, and a couple of big. Breida had the longest run of the game. So it's just like Josh Allen.
He scored twice.
And Josh Allen didn't even run the ball like that. He ran the ball like the least of this year. He had the least amount of yards he's ever had all season long.
But I think with your defensive coordinator, I think he's wrong. He shouldn't say that. You should take what the defense
offensive.
Just be.
That's exactly. But he says that. He said that too as well. I coach basically of what I feel the matchup is that the defense is giving us. So that's what he's basically an amount saying. He said he doesn't care about having a balanced game. If he feels like my matchup on this play is Stephon Diggs versus this person or Emmanuel Sanders versus this person, that's what I'm calling. You know what I mean? And I agree with him to a degree. I think he's called a couple of plays, just bad plays at bad timing this season. But other than that, I have no problem with him not running the ball, feeling like the running play I can call right now is just not going to work better than his passing play I'm going to call.
We did. Diggs, whoever was covering Diggs, he got hurt. And then he exploited that. And I said, that's what
finally.
I respect that.
But
yeah, that's what happened. Swayze, to your point, you are correct. They did run a lot of cover two in the beginning of the game till homeboy got hurt. Then they ran a lot of single high to try to double digs and get a safety over to one side. It just they couldn't cover them. It wouldn't
That's
work.
the thing. I could have been wrong, but I had no choice but to watch the bum Bills because the Jets was playing.
Whatever.
So I had no choice but to watch the Bills.
But I mean, it is what it is.
Bums. You lost the bums. You the bum.
No, y'all lost the bum.
Ravens lost the bum.
D, now you coming back. D, you coming back now with your FedEx shirt on, product placement. Here we go. So now Carl said that
AJ Klein.
Yes. Carl said AJ Klein was better than Tremaine Edmonds. Now, don't get me wrong before you answer. AJ Klein has been balling. He's been a tackling machine. He makes all the tackles in his area. I am not
downfield.
I am not taking nothing away from him. Player for player, he is not better than Tremaine Edmonds in my view. So go ahead and get your thoughts on this because y'all always go at it when it comes to this. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, we all know Carl's a fool sometimes.
Yeah.
So we not gonna pay attention in that statement.
I'm the genius.
Thank you.
AJ Klein is good. This is why. AJ Klein is good for what he can do. He's a straight line runner. He's not somebody you can put in coverage. He's not somebody you can put on a running back.
That's a fact.
Have him go straight down the line, make plays in the backfield, make tackles. Tremaine Edmonds can do everything AJ Klein cannot do. He can play in coverage. You can put him on a running back if you want to.
Wait. Stop the press.
It ain't as bad as the liability of AJ Klein because he has range.
I like.
You know what I'm saying?
That being
said, you put him in coverage.
The press.
You know what I mean?
Tremaine Edmonds is absolutely horrible in coverage. He gets beat
he's not.
Every time in coverage.
No, he does not.
He stays to his own. Listen, I can show you every drive where he gets beat in coverage. It's never a time where he wins unless the quarterback makes a mistake and just throws the ball right to him.
Okay, listen. Okay.
Well, now you splitting hairs. On a quarterback made a mistake and he just threw it to him. Go ahead, D. Go ahead, D.
But Brad, I feel what he's saying because quarterbacks will find holes in zones.
You know what I mean?
But most of the time when he's dropping back to in the passing game, that intermediate, that area right here in the middle is gone because of him. So now the quarterback either got to fit it over him under our safety, or they got to go to the flats.
So that's
we'll give up the flats all day because we good to come up and engage. We give that away all day.
I'll agree with you. With sometimes he does take away a lot of coverage area in a zone. 1-on-1, he gets cooked, and this is just facts. I've never seen him.
You know what? I'm not, and I won't even.
He can't cover
because
he can't cover guys. His quickness of his feet.
I won't even dispute that.
You know what I'm saying? Quickness of his feet. He gets beat a lot, and I think it's a lot of times his angles too. He's horrible at understanding angles when it comes to football. And AJ Klein, I think, understands it. AJ Klein, and he doesn't hesitate. AJ Klein doesn't hesitate to wait for a linebacker to cover him. Not in the position. He goes downhill, and that's my problem with Tremaine Edmonds.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
But at the same time, go ahead.
That's my problem with Tremaine Edmonds. He doesn't trust his instincts to just go. This is the time to just go and launch himself like a missile. He finally has a couple of times in plays this year. He did have some success doing it, but AJ Klein trusts it. He beats blockers. And he doesn't get engulfed by blockers like Tremaine Edmonds, I think, does.
True. Okay, so let me ask you this. How many times when you said Tremaine Edmonds needs to follow his gut and go like a missile, how many times have you seen him actually do that, misinterpret the defense and over pursue and miss a play? How many times have you seen that?
A lot.
Exactly. AJ Klein, don't care. He just does it anyway.
But he hasn't been in the right place.
It's just been working.
I mean, I think it's instinct. I think he can kind of read where this play is going, and I think Tremaine Edmonds gets fooled more.
I don't know. I'm not ready to write off Tremaine Edmonds yet.
I'm not writing him off. I just feel like AJ Klein, at the rate that he's playing, coming down here, making these plays, is exactly what the Buffalo Bills defense needs. And that's true. We both agree that maybe Edmonds is playing out of place. He's only playing nickel, but it's clear that Milano is better at that role. And let Edmonds do what AJ Klein's.
He don't play nickel.
That's what they play. The Bills play nickel. The
Bills
play
I know,
nickel
but I'm
99%
talking
of the
about.
time.
But he plays middle linebacker. He's not a nickel player.
Nickel.
But see,
They run a nickel.
You mean
defense.
in the nickel defense? Okay, I'll get what you. Okay, I'll get what you.
Every time we had these conversations,
in the nickel.
Every time we had these conversations,
I get it. Yes,
I always say in his
nickel defense. Yeah.
They are
Just
playing him.
So
Milano
and
he's not a middle linebacker.
Yeah, Milano and Tremaine Edmonds. Basically, Milano took the role of Tremaine Edmonds this game. I don't even know if that's even true.
Yeah,
they moved him over.
No, they moved him over to Sandbacker, and AJ Klein was playing a weak side linebacker.
But I think I still saw AJ Klein calling the defense along with Michael.
I didn't see that.
But
I didn't see. All right, now let me ask you this. I mean, so can it be the level of competition though? At the same time, I would love to see AJ Klein do this against a team that can run the ball very well, like the Browns, like the team we got coming up, the Colts who can run the ball very well, the Ravens, who can run the ball very well.
The Jets are actually a good running team.
And you know what? That, right? And Brad, you know who did a good job?
Do your research.
You know who?
Do your research on the Jets running.
No, they not.
You know who did a good job?
Do your research. Don't talk.
Against the run against teams like that. You know who did? Tremaine Edmonds did.
Jets are a good running team. Michael Carter was 16 carries for 39 yards, 2.4 yards per carry. Coleman was 4 carries for 29 yards. He did average 7.2 yards per carry, but it was in garbage time. And Johnson was 2 for 2 for 1 yard. So yeah, good running team.
Hey, you want me to do research?
I said that was that game. That was that game. I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
Throughout the course of the season, the Jets have run the ball pretty good. That's not a liability in their offense. The liability been that quarterback.
You want to do this to make your Bills look good, man. They played the bums. Let that go.
No,
they played the bums.
I'm just telling you that. I'm just telling you. If you had a Jets running back, on your fantasy, the Jets running back usually do pretty good.
Oh no, they don't.
This year,
they don't.
They did.
I got Ty Johnson on him right now. He's better catching out the backfield. Who you fooling?
Yeah, he had 5 catches. I'm
talking about the other games. I'm not talking about this game.
The
Bills have the number 3 defense.
They have the number 1 defense.
No, I'm talking about defense. Against the run, the Bills have the number 3. I believe the number 3 defense in the league against the run. So this is not no team to just let people just run all over them. Even Derrick Henry.
So look what you just said. So look what you just said. The Bills have the number 3 defense against the run. Tremaine Edmonds is a part of that. I'm not saying AJ Klein is not. I'm not saying AJ Klein is not. If I'm going out there, if I'm going out there, we're going out. Wait. We're going out there against the Colts this week. Colts have a good running game. They have a decent running game. They have a good offensive line. One is hurt, but they still have a good offensive line. I want Tremaine Edmonds out there. I don't want AJ Klein out there. I'm gonna be real.
I'm gonna take it a step further. You got 4 good teams that y'all got to play back to back. I'm gonna see exactly who the Bills are these next 4 games.
You're gonna see when we make it to the Super Bowl. That's what you're gonna see when we make it to the Super Bowl.
I better win these 4 games then, because
I'm taking 4 good teams. 4 good teams. 4. We got the Colts.
The Colts are a good team.
We got the Panthers.
No. I'm looking at it. You got the Colts. You got the Saints. You got the BUCS and
the
Pats again.
Colts
and the Pats.
Saints, Patriots, BUCS.
That's 4.
Like that.
Good team.
I don't know if y'all.
All right. I ain't worried.
The Pats ain't. Hey, listen, the Pats on y'all ass.
I'm not saying the Patriots are slouches. I give credit where credit is due. I'll give credit. I will give credit to where credit is due.
I tell you what.
Hold on. Wait. The Patriots were good. They started out good last year. Then they played us. When they played us, they lost twice.
Can I respond to that?
Go ahead.
Can I just real quick?
I don't care how many you want. You got to win.
Listen, I can tell you with confidence, I have 0 concerns about the New England Patriots, dog.
I wouldn't say 0.
I have 0.
I have 0.
I'll let D go first. Then I'll explain.
All right, Mac Jones been playing the best out of the rookie quarterbacks and all of that.
80%.
Admirable.
And I give him his for that. 2 O's and apology.
Yeah, he does. Yes, he does.
Go ahead, D. Finish, boy.
But hear me out.
I
Sean
call him
McDermott
Mark.
and Leslie Frazier is
Call him
going
Mark.
to confuse this boy. I'm telling you, he's going to confuse this boy. He ain't gonna see what's coming. And on top of that,
Are you gonna give credit
Belichick
to?
has
Are you
yet.
gonna actually give credit to Leslie Frazier instead of Tremaine Edmonds? You make it seem like he called
Oh,
all the
wow.
I did
defense.
say.
I'm just saying.
I just
Now
said.
let me finish. Go ahead, finish, D. Go ahead,
Let him
finish.
finish. Go ahead, finish, D.
Go ahead, D.
On top of all that, Josh Allen, the steps he's taking, it's gonna be hard for Belichick to master a game plan to stop Josh Allen because he has trouble with quarterbacks that can get out the pocket and be deadly outside the pocket at the same time. He showed you that last year. Really,
Don't let
you
him get
seen that in
outside that
2019.
pocket.
You
Don't let him
seen
get
that in
outside that pocket.
2019. Even though we lost both games to the Patriots, they were both one-score games.
D,
I'm telling you, we probably
what
gonna sweep
happened
these
is
boys.
D.
So
I'm
I have
after
zero
about that.
concerns about the Patriots, bro.
D, don't do
None.
that.
Okay. All right, let me get my
None.
concern. Let me get my
I want to
concern.
say
First of all, I'm not concerned with the Patriots. Now, don't get me wrong;
Zero.
they have been playing. They've been playing very well. I mean, I think they're finally gelling. I think Mac Jones is starting to be the best quarterback in the draft, which isn't really saying much. But he has. Last week they played really well. This week they played really well. But at the same time, when it comes to playing a divisional game, I think we're gonna bust all these dudes straight like that.
okay. Let me tell you something, and this is something that's bothered me for years with the Buffalo Bills. Like one thing I say about the New England Patriots, right, is they walk the line of cheating. They do whatever it takes to win in games, right? And I think the Bills have always taken the moral high road. Well, we don't have to cheat to win, and that's why they lose to the Patriots. All right?
No, we don't cheat because it's wrong.
Right.
That's why we don't do it.
But listen, I'm not saying cheat.
I'm trying to see where this is going.
Sometimes
yeah, I want to see where this goes.
Sometimes you gotta push the envelope. You don't have to cheat. But ride the rules a little bit, and that's what the Patriots do.
Boy.
The Patriots, and this is why I never count them out of nothing. Is because they do whatever it takes to win.
Wow, dude,
y'all need him to elaborate.
Wait. Let me.
You gotta break that down first.
You gotta elaborate on that.
Go ahead, please.
The Patriots had a whole team. Right, this is what they do. This is pure facts. This is not speculation or none of that stuff. This is well known.
Sounds like
listen. They actually go into the visiting players' freaking trash cans and find playbooks and plays. This is just straight facts. I'm telling everybody to look this up. This is real.
I need proof of this.
They go into
I need you to look that up and put it on a fan cave.
Okay, I'll look it up and show it to you. They even talked about this multiple times on WGR. They push the envelope of doing whatever it takes to win. It is credible.
All right, because I'm about to say if he can
WGR is credible.
That's
WGR
biased.
Is credible.
That's not fair. If this is
come on,
bro.
No.
If you go up the Bills radio station,
former Patriots staff members who have said this is a real thing. They do whatever it takes to win, bro. I don't know why you guys are surprised by this.
Okay, so going in the garbage cans gives them an edge.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying they will do whatever it takes to get the edge, and that type of mentality is what allows them to continue to win. And I believe Bill Belichick, like he really does his homework. I will never count him out of a game because he is a great coach. And for you guys to say that you're not worried a little bit,
we're gonna sweep them fools. Man.
Wait, D. So
I'll let D go. Then I definitely want to chime in on this one. Go ahead, Swayze. Go ahead, Swayze.
All right, look.
Swayze. You go ahead. Go ahead, Swayze. Go ahead, say what you was about to say.
Yo, D. All right, so I'm just because I'm off Carl. Carl reaching. I'm off Carl. I'm talking to you now. Right? Carl, this is Carl reaching. I'm talking to you. Now you sitting up here saying that the Lamb, like you really said. Leslie Frazier, like it's gonna make a difference when you got Belichick over there scouting your whole thing, trying to figure that out. You think they're not gonna have a game plan for y'all? Do you really think that they're gonna not prepare a Mac Jones?
We're gonna have a game plan too.
Carl, stop. I'll let you talk. Let me finish right quick. Let me finish.
Game plan.
They are ready. They're gonna be ready for y'all. That defense is very good. That run game is solid. I got to be careful with that. I'm telling y'all right now.
Their run game is solid.
That defense is good.
Their run game is solid. Their defense is not.
That defense is
solid.
Their defense is okay.
That defense is good. I'm saying they got a good edge rushing and they got good cover guys. I'm telling you, y'all should be very afraid. They're beating solid teams. Y'all beat
Very?
one solid team. Y'all have not beat a legit.
Very?
Y'all beat one solid team. They beat a couple of solid teams.
Oh no!
And then they almost beat the Pats, and I think they almost beat the Cowboys too. So that record they got, they easily could be 2 games over. So what I'm telling you,
that's fair. But go ahead, D. I'll let you finish.
Swayze, I'm glad you said that, because you know how everybody talk about how our schedule is soft and we didn't play nobody, and our strength of victory is 316. New England's strength of victory is 367. They ain't played nobody either. They had to come back to beat the Texans.
Just beat the Browns. I'm not gonna say the Browns are trash, but
I mean, listen though. This is what I'm saying.
All right.
We beat Houston by 40. They had to come back to beat Houston by 3.
They did.
We swept Miami. They lost to Miami because they running back fumbled the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Did.
So when I'm looking, I've been watching the Patriots. Trust me on that. I hate the Patriots. I hate the Patriots so much that I just want to be in their business to see how we gonna smack them. We smack them.
And you
That's how much I hate the Patriots.
You saying they don't look good though?
They do look good.
All right, so
but what I'm saying is, talent-wise, they ain't better than what we got in Orchard Park.
But it's not going to always be about talent. It's going to be about schemes and confusing him. They know you think Belichick is not going to be ready for that game. You think he's not going to be ready? And the vision game.
But you think we're not ready for them as well?
I just told you.
Thank you.
I just told you that
you're not going to be outcoached by Belichick. You're not going to be outcoached by them. You're not about to be outcoached by them. I'm telling you that. That's not about to happen.
So you're saying what do you mean? All he does is steal. All
right.
Let me
get on this. Because Carl said a lot. Carl said a lot.
Brad, you see what I'm saying, though, right, Brad?
I get what you said.
All he do is steal and spy.
Carl, okay, so Carl wants to walk in the gray area to see if the Bills can pull off a win against a team that they beat twice last year without walking into any gray area. Now, don't get it twisted. Last year, they were a low superior team. This year, they are better than they were last year. I'll give you that. But at the same time, you still got a rookie quarterback. He's still learning, and the Bills have one of the most elite defenses in the game. When you go put a rookie quarterback – hold on, wait. What?
Go ahead, finish.
I'm saying it because it's a fact.
No,
I'm just saying because
I agree. Everything Brad just said, I agree with so far.
Don't say numbers, and you sitting up here playing bums. Cut it out. You're going to use Miami.
That's not our fault.
New England played bums.
That's not our fault.
New England played bums.
No.
That's what I'm trying to
I'll go with it. I'll explain it. Okay, we played Pittsburgh. They barely. Hold on. Let me finish. I'll let you guys talk. I'll let you guys talk. Okay, so we played Pittsburgh. They barely beat us. I mean, they beat the crap out of us, but they barely beat us on paper. They beat us because of a block punt. I mean, so we'll take that L. We played Miami. They didn't score on us at all. We played Houston. They didn't score on us at all. We beat Washington. They scored in garbage time. I mean, we can't fight the schedule. We have to play on our schedule. Hold on. We played Miami again. They scored in garbage time, beat the crap out of the Chiefs, lost to 1 yard to the Titans, which is the second best team in football right now. And they had Derrick Henry, and we held Derrick Henry in check, except for that 80-yard run he had. I'll give him that credit. But at the same time, we were 1 yard away from beating them.
Hold on, wait.
No, I'm not finished. We were 1 yard away of beating them. Then we took an L to the Jaguars, which is unexcusable. I have no excuse for that. We play like garbage. I have no excuse for that. But at the same time, they still didn't score on us either when it came to touchdowns. They missed 3 field goals, and they still beat us. But, I mean, I have no excuse for that one. Then we came back on track, played the Jets. They got a touchdown in garbage time. So at the same time, yes, statistic-wise and stat-wise, we are the best defense in football right now.
I don't want
I'm
you, but
taking
that's
shots.
I don't
just speaking facts.
Though that's all. Like if you're gonna say certain things, then say that, but just don't say the stats. I don't look at them stats because it's a straight schedule. Y'all playing bums. I'm not gonna use the stats. I'm not. I'm gonna just be yo, play what's in front of y'all and let that be that. That's all. You're
very Listen, you're very contradictory, right? You scream and beat the table. Yes, you scream and beat the table every week about any given Sunday. This is the NFL. So even if we is playing bums, we did lose a game because, like you said, it's any given Sunday, right? But most of the time we play these teams, we are completely destroying them. like
And-
destroying.
And
45-7.
But what happens when
Destroying.
you using the stats? But when y'all play good
Zipping
teams,
them.
what happens? This is what I'm
fine.
talking about.
I'm
When we
fine.
play good
Did we
teams,
not
we
beat-
lose by.
You
Wait,
said it
wait.
yourself.
When we
Zach.
play
Don't
good
do
teams,
that. You said
when
it
we play
yourself.
good teams, we destroy even that team, Kansas City. And the only other game we lost to the Titans, we lost by 1 yard.
But he's
Cut it
saying
out.
defensive
Cut
stats.
it
And
out.
I'm just like, no, y'all
Okay,
not.
Those stats was
fine,
those
fine.
stats was against
Fine.
them.
If you don't want to
all
go,
too.
hold up, wait. If you don't want to go by stats, that's fine. I'll just say it like this: we beat
It's
the Dolphins
work,
twice. Hold on, we beat the Dolphins twice. Jaguars lost to beat the Dolphins. Dolphins beat y'all.
And what is your point of saying that? We beat
So there you
a
go.
good Denver team. We beat a good Minnesota team.
Enough said.
We dog walked the Chargers team. Y'all
You
played
barely beat the
one
team.
team.
You
Y'all
barely
team, y'all
beat the
played
team.
one good team. The rest of the teams.
Hey,
y'all played,
brother,
y'all played
brother,
lost.
brother,
Yo,
brother,
listen.
brother. You barely beat those teams. You struggle with every single
But
team.
we won. We're gonna see who the Bills are the next 4 weeks.
You lost. You
fine.
didn't win.
Swayze.
You just lost to the Dolphins.
Swayze, listen, I
You
won't
lost
use
to the
the
Dolphins.
stats. I won't
Hold on.
use
Go ahead,
the
D.
stats.
Go ahead, D.
I won't use the stats.
On the door.
All I'm gonna say is we watched the same
I didn't
game.
know. That's what
Go back and watch the games we won and the
I
games
didn't know
we
if you said
lost.
it. I didn't know if you said
And
it.
try to come and tell me we don't belong on the field with some of the better teams in the NFL.
Yeah, I didn't.
And dude,
That's just it. Like
Mac-
we
Mac-
do.
who's that?
We do.
I don't know, but Mac
know what I'm
Jones is
saying?
going up against a good defense. I
Well,
mean,
no,
Mac
that's
Jones is
okay.
going up against one of the best defenses in football. I would love to see how that goes. So I welcome the challenge. I welcome the challenge. Absolutely, I'm not afraid of them at all. I'm not afraid of the Patriots anymore at all.
Yeah, man. If you
That's why I said zero.
Yeah. No. I'll find out.
If anything, they should be scared of us.
I don't know what's going on here.
What's wrong? You frozen? Are you frozen?
It's not. Is that my internet? No, D's frozen, and then all I could see was Swayze talking to somebody in the background. All right, but D,
Yeah,
but
no,
this is
go
the
ahead.
same dude. This is what I tell you. That's why I tell you how Swayze be like contradictory, right? He be claiming that his quarterback is trash, right? You rather have our quarterback, right? You swear more than I'd rather have Josh Allen than Lamar Jackson. Is that not a fact?
Bro. Yo, D. If you see,
Is that not a fact?
If you
You would
see,
rather have our roster.
I'm asking D because I know you be reaching. D, if you see a quarterback, the same play you see 50 times.
I mean, I don't know what
At
else to
some
tell
point,
you.
are you going to check
but
out?
but they're so trash. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. I just want to be clear because you saying this stuff, and then it's like you're comparing. You be trying to compare Aaron Rodgers and all these guys. These guys wouldn't
I'm not
dare put a
comparing.
guy.
I'm simply telling
and a
you
guy
that
won't check out. They won't do that. They know
I'm not comparing. I'm giving you a comparison to show you that. I'm showing you that throughout the NFL, every quarterback makes mistakes. Makes mistakes.
This is gonna happen, D.
I'm showing you it's every quarterback in the NFL that makes mistakes. Lamar Jackson is not.
You've been making the same mistakes for almost 3 years, bro. He's been making these same mistakes. You're a good runner, yes, but when the blitz come and when everything is not working out for him, it's pressure. He looking crazy. He gonna keep on running out of it. At some point, you got to.
That's not true.
But
wait. To your
There's a lot of
point.
times on blitzes where he's throwing touchdown passes. What are you talking about?
To your point, you can't knock the Miami Dolphins for coming up with a game. I'm not saying you are. I'm saying, but the Dolphins came with the game plan to stop Lamar Jackson.
But
they know they're gonna.
It was easy to read. You're right. I agree with you.
But they came with the game plan. You're gonna blitz him. You're gonna force him to throw uncomfortable passes. You're gonna blitz him, overload that line, and force him to throw in the coverage, which he had to. And some of the plays it worked. A lot of the time it did. He did throw a touchdown pass, but they came with a game plan that actually worked against Lamar Jackson. So
this is my thing.
Now, if you look at the same game plan that they used for Josh Allen, it didn't work so well.
No,
I didn't say that. That wasn't my words. That was his words.
Listen. This is the thing.
I'm not doing. That wasn't no shot. I'm just saying.
But you're making my point for me, D. You
but
making my point.
This is my problem.
This is my problem with Swayze.
And this is why I say Swayze is contradicting. All he do is contradict himself. This is why you're consistent at being wrong. This is my problem with Swayze. There's plays that Lamar Jackson has that he's clearly reading the coverage and making wonderful passes and making wonderful plays. And he doesn't give him credit for that. He's only discrediting him. Hey, let me finish, brother. Let me finish.
I don't watch way more Ravens games than you. You do not watch these. I watch these games every Sunday.
So now you try to discredit.
Let him finish.
So
let him
now
finish. Let him
you
finish.
try to discredit me, but when from the plays that I'm watching, I'm clearly watching him read the defense and make great plays.
No,
and
you
you
see
don't
what you're doing?
stop. Why you now? You're cutting me off every time I talk.
I see what you do because you watch your highlights. You watch your highlights, and then this is what you're doing.
Yo,
While watching the whole game. This is what you do.
Listen.
Highlights, and that's what it means, bro.
How are you gonna tell me what I watch? This is another thing.
Watching the Bills. That's why. What are you talking about?
You don't know what I'm watching. I watch NFL Red Zone, so I flip back and forth between the games.
You mean when they get to the red zone and then they score? This is what you saying? Come on,
I got I got Spin TV. I got every single game. Every single game. I watch everything. Stop trying to tell me what I watch, bro. Stop it. Stop it, bro. I watch.
You watch the Red Zone.
Listen, I watch NFL Red Zone, so it switched back and forth from the game. Do you watch? And I got every single game. I got every single game. You know what I'm saying? And I do go back and watch
the Red Zone.
Okay, but hold up.
Yes, hold up. I'll watch Red Zone. I'll watch the Bills game, or I'll flip down when it go in commercial. I'll go back down to the Ravens game.
Make your point of what you're talking about.
My point is, and I've watched because Ravens have played on prime time many times this year. I've watched the whole NFL, and I've watched the whole NFL game. So you can't.
Okay, so what's your point?
My point is, I see times where Lamar Jackson does read coverages just fine.
Okay,
and it's wrong for you to sit up there and try to say that he never reads coverages because he do read coverages and he makes excellent plays.
I'm not okay. I don't think Swayze is saying
more good plays and more good plays than bad plays.
I don't think. Okay,
so
I don't say.
So when was this Thursday? When was this Thursday then? You saying this? When was this Thursday?
I just said every player. Okay, so you're basing this off a bad game, but you don't say the same thing about another player.
This was a real bad game.
He did have a bad game. He did have a
bad
game. But you don't say it towards another player. But listen. But let me tell you who got more interceptions.
I'm talking about Lamar. I'm not talking about no other player. I'm talking about Lamar Jackson. I bring up another player. I'm talking about Lamar Jackson.
Because you're saying it about reading coverages, and I just think you're wrong about that.
Because you're trying to compare
I said
Aaron
that
Rodgers and Tom Brady to this guy. What are you talking about? I'm talking
about
Lamar Jackson.
And both of them, I believe both of them have more interceptions this year than Lamar Jackson. Both of them.
But this is kind of like the argument. This is kind of like the argument that
he has. D, go ahead. D.
This is kind of like the argument that Josh Allen wasn't accurate. You know what I mean? You can't when people look at his completion percentage and everything like that, like, oh yeah, he's not an accurate quarterback. But you could clearly see him making pinpoint passes, especially when he's on the run.
He's inconsistent.
It's like it's certain things that you see. And I'm glad you used that word because with Lamar Jackson, yeah, you see him making the good plays. It's inconsistent. Like on Thursday, when they kept bringing cover zero blitzes, they were not going to the middle. Why? Maybe because he can't see it. Maybe because he can't. He can't throw that ball. So you have to succeed with what you have in his skill sets and what he showed you. You got to be able to succeed with that. That doesn't mean he's spectacular. You know what I mean? As a quarterback, he's
but that was my point. D, that was my point.
You know what I mean?
Point was
you gotta work with what you got.
D, that was my point. My only point is he's not perfect at it. That's what I was saying to him. But I was also letting him know that there's a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL who are not perfect at it.
Okay, and to Carl's point,
he's not horrible at it.
I mean, Lamar. I'm just going to be honest. Lamar didn't play that bad. I mean, 210. He didn't play he didn't play that bad. Aside from an interception and a fumble that was lost, the game was pretty even. I'm just looking at the stats here. The Ravens had 70 plays. The Dolphins had 62 plays. Both teams allowed 4 sacks. Both teams punted eight times. Time of possession was a little over a half hour for both teams. So, I mean, the Ravens actually had more first downs than the Dolphins did. Third down officially.
When the check down was right there and he missed a check. If you're missing
that's a fact. I'm not knocking it.
He's not a perfect quarterback.
My point was, you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right, Swayze. Lamar does need to work better on reading defenses and picking coverages up and shifting the line to the left or the right. That's fine, but at the same time,
hero ball.
But that's not. But at the same time, Carl, hold on, wait.
He does hero ball.
But at the same time, to Carl's point, that's not Lamar's game, though. Lamar is not a pocket passer. He is not a read coverage guy. The dude is a straight up, go ahead, let me try to make a play. Let's see what happens on this play. Let's see if they can stop me rather than can I stop them. You know what I mean? That's his game, though.
But
he's a gunslinger. And he's a gunslinger.
Go ahead.
That's his game. Because that might be the case, whatever, right? But we don't ask you to be, and I've been consistently saying this, we don't ask you to be Brady. We don't ask you to be Rodgers. We ask you to do the simple stuff, the check down, certain things are simple. That's it. You don't got to be Brady. We don't want you to be accurate.
He looks for the big plays. Josh
I understand.
Josh Allen is criticized for the same thing. Sometimes he looks for the big plays too much.
But wait, Carl, before you go on, let's keep it real, Swayze. Lamar Jackson on offense is one of the most dangerous players in football right now. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, running the ball.
Bro,
I'm talking.
Bro,
he can run, he can throw, he can sling it too. He can sling it too. But he's a dual threat. Like he's a threat. You have to. Hold on, wait. No,
he's having an MVP
not after this game. Not after this game.
I'll take him out.
You was watching
He's having an MVP. He's having an MVP year.
You watch your red zone and highlights and then coming over here.
Wait. What I'm saying,
he plays on prime time every other week.
Okay,
he plays on prime time every other week.
Can I get my point, please? Can I get my point, please? At the same time, Lamar on the field is a deadly weapon. The dude is not a pocket passer. The dude is a straight up make a play. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen. You're absolutely right. But dude can play. He's dangerous on the run.
Listen, you could be you don't have to be a pocket passer to hit a check down. You don't
have to agree. I agree with that.
Switch to a screen when you see the blitz runs 10 times in a row. How you telling me you ain't checking out of that?
Let me just piggyback off of that.
Crazy?
Okay. Why is it? If that's so, why the coach don't agree with you? If that's the case, why the coach don't agree with you? You just be talking, bro.
No, I
make it sound good.
Yo, listen.
You make it sound good.
No, listen though.
Yo, his coaches ain't saying that. They ain't talking about that in the press.
They got it. They got to love to him. That's his man. They got to show him that. What are you talking about, bro?
Bro, you don't know what you're talking about.
I'm watching Red Zone.
Lamar's not a Lamar.
I watch whole games, bro. I watch whole games.
Yo, listen. Lamar's not a pocket passer.
I watch whole games.
You watch it?
I am watching. No, I'm not. You don't tell me what I'm watching. How you gonna tell me what I'm watching, bro? I watch whole games on him. He my favorite player in the NFL. How you gonna tell me what I'm watching, bro? Stop talking, man. He my favorite player in the NFL.
Go ahead, D.
Okay. Lamar's not a pocket passer. We all know this. We don't accuse him of being one. And Baltimore succeeds in the regular season, despite some of his deficiency as a
I need your phone real quick.
Passer.
I need your phone real quick.
Time, even though they're not asking him to be that, sometimes you have to be a pocket passer to continue to move the ball on the field because eventually the defense is going to key in on what you do best. And what he does best is run. And we see games where teams have crafted defenses to prevent him from running and make him be a quarterback. So until he, grows beyond that, teams are still going to keep doing that. You know what I mean? And then now Greg Roman going to get fired because they're going to have a new whole philosophy. And then, it snowballs from there. You know what I'm saying?
Coaches that's talking that don't say nothing about Lamar, they not about to do that. They not about to speak against Lamar Jackson. Like, Cass is talking, bro. They ain't about to talk against Lamar Jackson. Nobody bad is gonna. Nobody.
They don't have to talk. They might say something subtle like, "We got to hit the check down at that point." They'll say stuff like that. They don't have to just call him out completely. They're like, "Yo, at that point, we got to hit the check down." You mean to tell me during that game? Okay, so you mean to tell? That's what I'm telling you.
I never heard him say that at all.
Ever. Exactly my point. Heard
anything bad at all, bro. But that I know behind closed door. Listen, perfect example. We played y'all in a hole.
He had a bag. Listen,
that was the worst throw I seen in my life when we played y'all.
What?
That was the worst.
That have been a great play. That have been a great play.
That's why I don't. That's why I don't even listen to him. That wasn't even the worst throw I've ever seen.
Swayze.
That was terrible.
I kind of agree with him. It was, to me, it was 50-50 bad play by Lamar and good play by Teron. Because What's the name? Lamar stared.
Too,
He
bro.
stared Andrews down the whole time. He stared Andrews down the whole time, and Teron was over there in the flat about to cover Snead until he saw where Lamar was looking. So it's 50-50. He stared him down the whole time. It is 50-50 because he was right there. He was right there.
At all.
Yo, come on, man. Come on, man.
At the end of the day,
You gotta give credit.
at the end of the day, we scored on the play. So I don't care. So I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll take it. All right,
he got in that passing lane, man.
Yeah, that was terrible. I'm like, yo,
hey, we good with that.
And you're one dimensional. You're covering.
All right, we gotta give our shout outs, man. We gotta give our shout outs. Now, Carl, I know you had a special shout out you wanted to give out today, so I'm gonna let you go first, man.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my boy Derek Bishop, who whose life was taken from him on last week. He was in our fantasy league as well. The first time we did the Fan Cave Fantasy League, he was a part of it. Really good dude, man. Straight player about everything. Always laughing every time you see him. Always in a jovial mood. Jess is just a good dude. He supported my business multiple times. Came and made purchases for me and his children. And it's just sad to see it go. Condolences to his family and his brother, who I was close throughout my high school years, James Woodruff. My heart goes out to you and your family. I love you, bro. I'm sorry that this had to happen to your family.
Right. Absolutely. Rest in peace, D bitch. Wow, that was really deep, man. It's definitely a sad story. Rest in peace, D Bish. And what you did for the GC Cowboys organization was phenomenal. Those kids definitely lost big part of their childhood right there. D, go ahead.
My shout out this week goes to the Duke Blue Devils, who recently just beat Kentucky. They just won a couple other games versus some non-important people.
I'm sorry. Didn't Coach K's grandson just get arrested?
Yeah, he did. He did.
I'm sorry.
He gonna beat the case. He gonna beat the case because of who we know. You know.
He is though.
You
He's
know.
gonna beat the case.
So I shout out to them and also shout out to the Buffalo Sabres, man.
Absolutely. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. Swayze, go ahead, man. Yes, shout out.
Shout out to my Knicks. We got a big win yesterday, and hopefully we can get right. And we got a little tough schedule, but
I smell
how
hate.
About the Bulls?
I smell hate.
The Bulls
in that part of the podcast. I smell hate over there. You smell that? You smell that? You smell this? It's like coming right up to you. Do you smell that hate coming from like this area over here?
In your hand, dude, so I'm gonna respectfully decline to not curse you out. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna give my shout out. And I've been saying this for too long. Gabe Davis needs to start. Can I give a shout out to Gabe Davis? He needs to start. He's way too good to be leaving on the sideline. Gabe Davis had over 100 yards on 3 catches.
Who you gonna take out?
Hey man, Beasley, I'm sorry. You out, Beasley. You out. I'm sorry, bro. You out. You the odd man out, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you. They do be making me mad with them little 2-yard passes that Beasley's just gonna turn into 4 yards. Like, get into a player who can actually run after the catch fast.
I get it.
Juke people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it. But
you can even make it situational. Make it situational. Hold on, make it situational.
You can make it. Bolden made a living off of catching little 2-yard, 5-yard dunks. So I mean,
Bolden is an anomaly. You can even make it situational. Let's let Gabe Davis start. Like, I mean, if it's 3rd and 6, if it's 3rd and 5, and Cole Beasley needs to come in and do something in the slot, that's fine. But Gabe Davis needs to start. He's way too good to be on the bench. He's earned his starting spot. 100 yards off of 3 catches. Should have scored a touchdown, but shout out to him. Made a phenomenal catch on the sideline. Oh, it was awesome. I don't know if y'all seen that.
So you want Gabe Davis. You want Gabe Davis, but you don't want AJ Klein?
No.
I want AJ Klein.
And I will argue that to the day I die. Gabe Davis is way too good to be putting on the bench.
D, I give you that. Situational. I agree with D. Situational situations. I do feel like AJ Klein sometimes. I believe that he just is better on the field at doing just making the play. I just see him making plays, and I see
on the blitz. Yeah, they could definitely see him. I definitely want him on the blitz. That's the best part of his game.
Then I ain't get to hear you comment on Matt Breida. I've been pushing the table for Matt
Breida. We're ending the show.
You want to be right so bad.
I love the fact that Matt Breida was in the game. They should have been did that weeks ago. Why is he sitting on the sideline?
Don't know, but he's in now, and he scored 2 touchdowns. So shout out to Matt Breida. Like I said earlier, anybody who got that Jimmy Garoppolo joke, if you got that joke, you're going to hell. So just enjoy it. All right,
you told
Let's go end the show.
Hey, wait, one more time. Wait. D didn't get to hit Cam Newton. Hit issues on Cam Newton.
You want to be right so bad.
He is feeling himself right now. He is feeling himself. You know what?
D, how do you feel about Cam Newton?
Hey man, listen.
Wow.
I don't really feel nothing.
Do you guys know as of now, if the playoffs were to start today, Carolina Panthers would have a playoff position? You guys know that?
And if they start Cam Newton, they're gonna get waxed. They do that.
Yep.
They might, but right now, as bad as they've played, right now they're in position to have the final spot in the playoffs.
Okay. Well,
the
Panthers are on the Bills schedule. We'll see who you root for.
Yeah.
Because right now you getting a lot of Carolina vibes right now. And you do have black.
I mean, we do have a Carolina connection though. You know, we got a Carolina.
My favorite team, Buffalo Bills. I will never ever go against my Buffalo Bills. Number one.
I don't know.
Number two, my favorite player in the NFL, Lamar Jackson. Okay. Number three, the player that I want to have the most comeback of all time is Cam Newton. I'm rooting for him. You know what I mean? And that's all I got to say about that situation.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with rooting.
We'll see. I mean, it's a couple weeks away, and we'll be doing a show.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's gonna come out there and just be killing everybody. Because at the end of the day, he hasn't been playing. No. At the end of the day,
is he backtracking?
Now you
no. I'm not about to say he better come back and be MVP.
You gotta put the blazer back
on. And be MVP. I'm just gonna say. I'm gonna say about this. He hasn't played football. We have to keep it real. He really hasn't been playing football the last 10 weeks, right? He hasn't even been on a team for 10 weeks. So I'm not expecting him to do anything crazy, even though the 2 touchdowns in his first game back off a couple of snaps was pretty impressive.
Yeah, and it was a 15-yard penalty for taking the helmet off. Whatever.
I wouldn't expect him to do nothing crazy if he was there from day uno. I'm just saying.
Right.
No, if you have the goal line, you got him at the goal line every time.
That was an excellent run, though. He straight bow, like get up off me, son. That was nice.
Yeah. The man ain't playing 3 weeks. He better have some type of energy. He ain't playing months.
Right.
We'll see what happens. Right. I mean, you were just sitting. He said himself. He was sitting on the couch eating cereal Tuesday.
He said you ain't been working. You should have some energy.
Yo, he looking more. He looking more like Tebow more than anything, dog. He looking more like Tebow.
Yeah.
He looking more like Tebow, dog.
No gadget. 2 plays.
All right.
Yo, what's so crazy? In his first game back, he had more touchdowns than Lamar had last week against the Dolphins.
Good
night.
Yeah, but you're the same one to co-sign him.
Good night.
That's how you end the show. That is how you end the show.
I gotta hide the kids.
Fatality.
That's the same one you called.
That's crazy.
Maybe it was Lamar. Maybe it was Le'Veon Bell's fault. Maybe that's why they cut Le'Veon Bell. Maybe it was his fault.
Yeah, I hope we play y'all this. Yo, listen, I got bets. We're gonna play y'all this.
Combo breaker.
I think it was Le'Veon Bell's fault.
I hope we play y'all this year. We're gonna smoke y'all boots.
You said that last year.
Nah, but if Lamar can actually read a cover.